Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top best cards to buy in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Well, actually at every single position, I should say. And this is the best, not the cheapest or the most budget or the best value. These are the best cards at each position. Some of these cards are very expensive and will not be attainable for a large portion of the community. I understand that. With that being said, that is not the purpose of this video. I will have a best budget cards to buy coming at some point this week in the next couple of days. So I'd really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe to help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. Trying to get there by the end of September. We're out here grinding tons and tons of daily MyTEAM content and trying to enjoy this game, trying to find the things that are positives about it. I will say there are not always a ton of positives, but there are some, and we're looking for them and trying to enjoy the game. So that's not the point of this video anyway. Let's break it down. Starting at the point guard position, easily the best point guard in the game to buy is Russell Westbrook. Now, he is not cheap in the slightest. He is very expensive, over 200,000 MT probably right now. With that being said, he is absolutely exceptional. An elite level slasher, 95 driving dunk, can shoot the three ball at a high level with an 83 ball. Defensively, he's versatile on the perimeter. He's got great size at 6'4", 96 speed, elite finisher, versatile badges, just overall really, really good card. Definitely the best viable point guard in the game. Outside of that, second best viable point guard is definitely Chauncey Billups. Also kind of a no-brainer stud of a card if you are really in need of a PG. I mean, 50-ish thousand MT, somewhere around there for Chauncey is not an unbelievable price in my opinion. And he is a versatile defender, has limitless and deadeye and handles for days and badges like that in terms of playmaking. And overall, is another really good card. Does everything on the court at a high level pretty much. And there's nothing, I mean, besides dunk the ball. He doesn't dunk the ball at all, but his release is a little questionable as well. A very good card, much more affordable than Russ. Not as good as Russ by any means, but still a very, very solid PG. Number 3, there's a couple other guys you could buy. I mean, in terms of value, I don't know if Scott Skiles is really worth the buy right now. I'd probably more lean towards selling him than buying him. Steph is very good, but also a bit overpriced. 38,000 MT for a Sapphire, for an Amethyst Steph isn't really, in my opinion, a great value buy either. I'd rather save an extra 10k MT and get Chauncey because Chauncey's much better defensively. This isn't a card you can buy, but in my opinion, grinding Jalen Brunson from Domination is one of the best things you can do in MyTEAM right now because you make a ton of MT while doing it as well. And he's better than this Curry card, plain and simple. He's like this Curry offensively with much better defensive ability, especially with a couple badges added. He's not a great defender himself, but he's better than Curry. Yes, he's not buyable. I just don't recommend buying a guy like Curry or Skiles right now. Those would be your next two best options, but to me, I don't think the value's there. At the shooting guard position, best buyable shooting guard is definitely Raja Bell right now. I don't think that one's particularly debatable either, to be honest. I mean, I know he's expensive. He's actually, wow, he's not even a buyout anymore. He was a buyout. He's not anymore. Really, really good card. Elite 3-and-D shooter with a very nice release who defends at a high level. In my opinion, not quite worth his price at this point. As good as he is a pure 3-and-D. I would not pay over 100k for a pure 3-and-D. That's just my opinion. He's the best in the game, but I don't think he's worth that value. A more affordable option, who admittedly still is not cheap, but is cheaper, is ML Carr, who is much more in the affordable range, around 50, 60k, depending on the time of day. Sometimes a little more expensive, but overall, while he's not quite the shooter that Raja is, where Raja has limitless range and Raja has a couple more defense or overall badges, he's as good or better of a defender as Raja, and he is just an elite, versatile defender. I really like ML Carr, and I think his release is solid as well. While he's not quite as good as Raja, he's a better value buy in my opinion. That's why I have ML Carr on my team, and that's why I don't have Raja on my team right now. So ML Carr, definitely the second best buyable shooting guard, and I think that's a fair spot for him. If you don't have the MT for either of those guys, your best bet is realistically Devin Booker. This card is very good offensively, awesome release. His dribble style is also good this year, just like last year, and he's more affordable. I still struggle to find the value in 26k for Devin Booker, though. As much as I don't know if spending money on this game, I mean, I'm not anti-spending the money on this game the way I was last year. At this point, that could change, but I almost think Vince Carter, again, not a buyable card, but buyable with real money, is a better value. He's more better defensively than Booker, really good release in his own right, super athletic. I think Vince is almost a good option at shooting guard as well. At small forward, the best buyable small forward in the game, not even close, is obviously LeBron. Duh. Pink Diamond LeBron is insanely expensive, though. Also, Amethyst LeBron, by the way, he can't play small forward. We'll get to him, maybe. But regardless, Pink Diamond Bron, best card in the game, arguably. Incredible release, insane defender, unbelievably elite card across the board. Not worth paying 400,000 MT for, in my opinion. Really, really darn good card regardless, though. No doubt about it. Just realistically, he is way overpriced. I mean, not way overpriced. He's just not worth that price. As good as he is, he's not really a true primary ball handler, to be completely honest. But he's a dominant card. He's maybe the best card in the game, but at the small forward position, he's the best card, but he's not worth his price. Outside of LeBron at the small forward position, you're looking at a guy like Jerome Kersey as your next best option. Diamond Jerome, around 50K MT. Really solid card, capable enough defender. He has half posterizer, pogo stick, high flying denier, lightning launch, and physical finisher. Not insane defensively, but he's got good bronze badges. I mean, on ball menace, brick wall, pick dodger, post lockdown, silver set shot specialist, challenger, glove break starter, bailout. Good card. Can hit an open three at a pretty high level. 83 balls, not bad. 95 driving knucks, obviously phenomenal. He's a versatile, solid defender, and he's got good speed at 85 speed. Really solid small forward option in his own right. There's nobody else, in my opinion, right now that's a great value at the small forward position. Your next best options are, in terms of buyable small forwards, when you look at the top tier small forwards, I mean, there are, I'm not including Gems of the Game cards, by the way, in this list, but like, Luka stinks, you know what I mean? I'm not including Gems of the Game cards because of how exceedingly rare they are. And when you look at all the other options, it's like you are all of a sudden looking at rubies, and that's a huge price difference. But then your best bet really is guys like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Like, if you don't have the ability to get Jerome Kersey, your next best bet is just to rock with the pre-order Jason Tatum, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, guys like that. Maybe you find a Gems of the Game stud that you can run as well. But outside of obviously Pink Diamond LeBron and Jerome Kersey, it's a big drop off for sure at the small forward position. Now, power forward is where I guess I don't love the value on a Cliff Robinson because of the lower three ball, but he's not exceedingly expensive in his own right. He's also riding around that 50K MT mark for these diamonds now. Good card, just a little bit lower on the three ball rating. He is 6'9", so he's got good size, but not insane at power forward. 68 three ball is low, but his release is smooth. He's a good defender. He's got 78 speed, so he's a versatile guy there. And he's a good card. He certainly is. I don't love the card. I think 50K for him isn't quite as much of a really great buy, but he's not a terrible value at all. He's definitely one of the best power forwards in the game. Another good power forward would be Diamond Carlos Boozer, who again is, all these cards are going up in price. I got an auction video dropping either. It may have already dropped today by the time y'all see this video, and if not, it'll be dropping later. Now is kind of the time to potentially be selling a lot of these guys, I think, actually, because I think their prices might drop when new cards come out next week. But Carlos Boozer's, he's more of your prototypical power forward, but he also has gold Deadeye and post shot specialist. He's got interior defense at a high level, and his release is really fast, really fast, smooth release. Great interior defender, but admittedly slow at 66 speed, so that's something to keep in mind. Outside of that, the only other power forwards that I would recommend targeting are the Amethyst power forwards, which are Giannis, LeBron, and KD. I don't think Jason Tatum is on that same level, and Jason Tatum has his free Ruby Ether, which is more of a small forward, so wouldn't buy him. But Giannis, KD, and LeBron are very good cards. Unfortunately, despite them being really good cards, they're all really expensive, like over 30,000 MT right now for all three of those guys, and that's just not realistically good value at this point in the game for any of those cards, in my opinion. So I don't know if that's a great purchase. Now, I sniped a Amethyst KD for 20K, or like 22K, I think, yesterday as I record this video, so 2 days ago, as y'all see it. And so I'm using him right now on my team, but I may sell him in the next couple of days. I'm definitely thinking I will, potentially for a profit, because, again, these cards will probably come down in value as more and more cards come out, but those are your next best options. And then finally, at the center position, best center in the game, pretty obviously, is Wilt Chamberlain, at least as an inside big. If you are not an inside big fan at all, he may not be your favorite choice, but Wilt is just exceedingly good, bro. 7'1", 92 offense, 99 defense. Can't shoot the ball, but he does everything else insanely well. Elite dunker. Elite defender. At 89 speed is a 7'1" center with an 8-foot wingspan day one. Elite player build. Like, he is just a glitchy monster of a card. There are very few cards in my team, period, that can do the things that Wilt Chamberlain can do. And in fact, I would say there are basically none. He is kind of in his class of his own in a lot of ways. And I think Wilt is an absolute dog. Now, the best stretch big in the game is Alperen Şengün. Şengün does not give you the interior ability that a Wilt Chamberlain does at the same level, but what he does give you is legit floor spacing, a nice, smooth, pretty quick release. Admittedly, he's also expensive. I mean, I don't think there's a single Şengün that is available for a buyout, and it looks as though the answer is no, there is not. So, an uncheap center, no doubt. I have Diamond Şengün, though, And I'm not looking to sell him yet because he is really, really good in his own right. This Shingun, by the way, has 2 extra Hoffs, Deadeye and Glove. Interesting. Regardless, though, he comes with base brick wall finisher, physical finisher, and post-up poet. He does not have gold limitless on his base card. That's added as well. But a solid defender. He's got, what, 70... He's got 84 3-ball, 80 driving dunk, 77 speed, 79 block, 82 interior. Like, he's a versatile card, good rebounder. He competes on the interior against most all bigs. I mean, Wilt will kind of dog him out, but everybody else, he's great. And I really like the card. I really like my Shingun. I'm certainly not looking to sell him despite his price. I am willing to pay for him, and I think he's a really, really good card. Outside of that, again, you go to turn to some of the Amethysts, which, I mean, Jokic kind of sucks. I would not buy him. But Amethyst AD and Amethyst... sorry, let me go to the center position specifically. Amethyst AD and Amethyst Joel Embiid are the 2 Amethysts that I would consider buying. Now, again, they're not cheap. Embiid is 30-ish thousand MT, maybe slightly below. Literally is AD, there's a 38K AD. Not an affordable card, though. I would say they're both very solid, but neither of them, again, are particularly affordable for their price. The other reason I have Embiid still is because of the fact that I got him unsellable. But I think as a whole, they're both very, very solid cards. And if you cannot afford the top centers, Wilt and Shingun, those are your next best options right now out of regularly available buyable cards. Now, again, this video does not include any of the Gems of the Game cards and stuff like that. If you can find a good value on a Gems of the Game card that you like, and there are some really good cards there, definitely would not pass up on that. They're just not common enough for me to include them in this video. So with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.